All right. We should be good. Let's test. Alright, that's not the right basher. Oh. Well, I say we should be good, and I forgot that I was playing different games, which required me to unplug my entire flight setup here. So we're gonna be restarting. Let me get this all plugged in. Alright. Okay, we should be good there. Yep, definitely. I kind of wish I could figure out like a software solution where I could just say like, oh hey, turn off these peripherals and turn them back on. Alright. It's okay, we're up now. Alrighty. How's your day going, God King? Hey, Sil, good to see you, man. So, I think part of the reason I was being so frustrated the past couple days is, just the current meta when you're using size 1 through 3 guns. It just so much encourages the backstrafe. It's so annoying. Even I was doing it because it's literally like feels like forced. But I was thinking, why am I not just using ballistics anyways? Like, we know the sword cannons are good. We know there are alternatives, and like I think I was in a mindset because I was doing a lot of the trainings with JJ when we were. Music is coming through weird. Really? I mean, I can pause it. We don't need music to play. Why did my Linux track stop working? There we go. Hey, there we go. All right. Let's get back over there. Sounds good here with her. Oh, Deadaway! Good to see you, man. How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, so my my sabbatical officially starts tomorrow. Well, technically Saturday. Tomorrow's my last day at work. So yeah, things are a little bit weird here. No, the curves are still funky. It's still way too sensitive when I'm talking. It's not super great. In fact, we're gonna go over here and probably slam up this fucking smoothing all the way to try and make that a little bit nicer. But yeah, dude, I'm so sorry to hear that. But yeah, we're actually playing on Linux now because of all the FPS issues I was having on my Windows install and me wanting to just give Linux a try. We've had a bear of a time getting everything working, mainly with my peripherals. The game itself works flawlessly out of the gate with way better FPS, but the sticks and the head tracking have given me a lot of problems. So let's go back to staggered here. Okay. But yeah, so I was getting really frustrated with the current meta and just how the size 1 through 3 guns were treating me, right? But like, there's no reason I can't just go back to ballistics, honestly, and I feel like that's what I should do. So we're gonna try out the sword cannons again, see if me not using them was for any reason in particular. Of course, the Basher is still probably a mid light fighter right now, but I've been thinking of that a lot too, and I would really think I would like it in the... Is he diving somebody, or is he... No, he's diving. Holy lag, Batman. Holy lag, Batman. What was that? Did he like instant nav run teleport out? What the frick? Brother, what is the speeds? Ones and twos could absolutely use some love. Like, especially now that you can't downsize, there's no reason. There's no reason you can't, buff them up because you can't downsize. There we go, he's done. There's 2 Ed. Little sister. General Giggle Grip. How's it going, Sky? I use Linux at work. There's no way I put up for it for a home PC as a Pirate Pen group. Honestly, it's just Windows has become so shit. It's been so shit. Like, literally, dude, I couldn't even jump into Ashlands on my Windows install without having to wait a solid 2 or 3 minutes at less than 1 FPS. And, like, that was just my personal install that was very old, so probably any wiped OS would have been better. But then, like, it was using 12 gigs of RAM natively, and I only have 32 for Star Citizen. He's also diving a duel. Wow, why is everyone diving a duel? Oh, where'd he go? There he is. Like I said, the game has been flawless. Proton and Wine have gotten so good over the past couple years. I literally get better FPS running the game through the compatibility layer than I do... Jesus. Diving people, fucking... Yep, 2Ed's on him too. 2Ed knows what's up. I may not like 2Ed that much, but this is how you know this guy's a shitbag with 2Ed's on him. Man, it's so hard in the Basher to keep up with these ships. It's so slow. You think 5 meters per second wouldn't be that much, but it makes you so boost reliant. Yeah, no, AVS are great people. I hope they give you what you need, my man. What's their loadout? So we're doing my usual Basher PU loadout, which is long swords and M cannons. Just because using repeaters is so fucking miserable with the shield meta. Alright, I'm not gonna catch him. But yeah, let's try the music again. Let me know if it sounds weird, guys, please. But yeah. Like, the Basher, I think, would be really interesting if it was like a really economical ship. like really cheap, but also cheap to rearm. And like I've been playing around with this idea for a bit. But like it can be okay for a ship to be a top air superiority ship. Like the Arrow is okay if it's the best ship in the game, if it's expensive to use, right? You better not dive Snipey, my friend. Snipey's a bro. And so like, let's say, okay, with the Arrow, if you got, you know, it can be the best fighter in the game. If you get shot down, that's like a I don't know, 1.5 like 3 mil to like 3 mil thing. Whereas the Basher is like 300k to rearm and then get back. And now we think, oh, well, what about LTP? What about lifetime insurance? Nobody says you have to be able to get your ship back instantly on insurance. They just said you get to not lose access to it, right? So there can be a free claim that's like 1 or 2 hours for a fighter. And then a paid one that's this expensive paid rearm, right? And at least that way you can balance ships by saying like, hey, you may have shot down 3 of our Bashers, but we shot down 2 of your Arrows, and you know you're out millions and we're out, you know, less than 1, right? Yeah, the main issue is ammo for like long-term PU battles, because PU battles are so extended, right? And even for PvE, it's just rough. Don't think he's there. Like, let's try Titan. That was the same guy. I don't know, the meta is just so rough right now. The shields come back so quick, especially if you slap on a civilian grade shield. That it feels like you can fight for 10 minutes and get nothing done. Alright, I'll try Little Sister. Little Sister's a really good pilot, but they're flying a weird ship right now. I can't tap them because I'm running ballistics, so see if I can get their attention this way. Lights on. Hello, Pip. Come back to me. God, the Basher is so boost limited. You gotta get some resources back here. fights just take so long these days. We're out of boost again. We got the kill, but just barely. Whew. Yeah, Little Sister's a really good pilot. But man, it's not particularly fun. Wire transfer Streamlabs. That's the second time you've come in the stream you've said just those two things, outer space. Do you care to elaborate at all? I feel like outer space might need a ban. I don't know. You're just saying weird shit. IRL bot. It's pretty significant in a sustained fight, yeah. I mean, there we fought maybe two, 3 guys, and then we were at rearm. All right, gunnery. Now that I've got head tracking working again, I can go back to that. Gotcha. Yeah, I really do feel like, as much as I was happy for the velocity unification, because it did in theory bring more weapons into viability in terms of just raw speed, I really don't like how they balanced the weapons since the unification, and I really do think the unification and the reduction of speeds from 1800 has really dramatically hurt hit rate versus small fighters. The pip is frankly just inaccurate on anything unless you're using adders or panthers. Basically treaders are pointless, and it's just you just have no range, it feels like. Well, okay, I have not played a single second of the PTU Dead Awake, so I can't speak on the Mantis 220 buff. I don't think it's going to be substantial though, because it's still not enough to damage a heavy fighter, right? So like that's kind of my minimum required thing, is I got to be able to shoot a heavy fighter and eventually damage it, right? Now if you pair it with an M cannon, perhaps, but then you're gonna have mismatched pips and things like that, right? So the PTU this time has held literally no appeal for me. I had Ashlands and Chalas keeping me in now, and there's nobody PvPing in the one PTU shard, and I just do not care about any of the new content. Like the lever action rifle is like the coolest thing for me. Right? And so I haven't played with the buff yet, just because it still can't damage the heavy fighters. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be worth it. So no, my current loadout will damage heavy fighters, right? And also the Basher can't even equip the the 220 because it was only the size 3 that was buffed. I can't tap him because I'm using ballistics, and that's very rude. I can fire off his nose. Yes, fight's on. Deadly is a... Oh, who's shooting at him? Let's see if we drop a shield face, if I can damage him. He has some... Oh, it looks like I was getting some pips. Oh, somebody rammed him. That spin, though, is not helping me for a shield face. So the 3-man group interrupting duels in a pally. That's hilarious. Get absolutely dunked on. Alright. And 7 Deadly, you want to resume? Alright. I'll let him shoot first. I didn't quite see his flare. That could have been I think that was my flare. There. Okay, that's his flare. All right. So now we have to worry about the rate. Push through, hold for extension. Yeah, I feel like I don't know the M cannons. Because they're just doing nothing in the meta, so I'm basically firing with 4 size 2s. I'm basically flying an Aurora. Maybe we'll try Deadbolts. A Bicord threw that away. Alright, let's get our shields back here. This is what's so bullshit. See, I can just backstrafe and then in 6 seconds, shields are back. It's so gnarly for laser builds. And that's basically like the best weaponry in this class. So I feel like I was kind of raging when I was kind of LARPing with the NDBs and the adders. Because it's definitely still a ballistic meta. Yeah. Hey, they're at us. I don't think Siege knows to balance anything. Yeah, it's like, okay. I don't think their goal right now is to balance anything. But it does seem like it's just been painful. Like, we've been in kind of like, we had a really good meta in 4.3. I cannot express to you how awesome PvP was in 4.3. So many ships were viable, the TTK was fast, the gut weapons felt good. Yeah, okay, yes, it was still Panther, it was still CF repeaters, the game. I understand that. But it felt so good. And yeah, 2 Mark II cannons. And 410s, Mark 2s, tarantulas. Oh god, yeah, no, the PTU sounds like hell. That way. Well, 5 shots to an arrow was already relatively accurate. If we're because, okay, remember, right? Whenever we were playing in AC, we didn't have the splash damage, and so you have 2 guns, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 is probably your kill, and that's about what we had in AC. They're still going to be good. They're not going to be the insanely broken things that they were in PU, but they're going to be good. But yeah, I don't. Let's swap the loadout on this thing again. I guess I'm just still trying to, like, I love the Basher. I want to say that, like, I think it's one of my favorite new ships that they've made. Part of it is completely hope, just because, like I said, this is a ship that I would have pitched. Like this is basically what I'm saying that they need to make. So I really want it to do well. And obviously, you know, it's the pilot, not the ship, to an extent when you're at that level. But yeah. So okay, you said Mark 2s. So are those the tarantulas? I haven't looked at them. Yeah, so you would do two tarantulas and 4 great swords, huh? Let's try it. I definitely think it will be faster in the fighting the lights. So does the tarantula actually hit up to a heavy though? Because why we had the M's at all were to lower shields on like something like a Guardian MX, right? So you have to equip the missiles and then unequip them again, and then you can scroll down and you can get the Pioneers, which are the missiles you want. I do miss CF Repeaters the game too. I do as well. Ares. Oh, dude. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. This would probably be terrible for the type of game Star Citizen is. Part of me wants missiles to be like really powerful, but then really expensive and not plentiful. Like, there would be no Firebird with 24 missiles. There would be no Scorpius with 34 missiles. But missiles should be scary, man. They're a missile, right? That should be this one. All right. Here we go. Yeah, so we have 325 and 490. I think I need to recenter here. All right. Well, there's a damaged hey, L2 was doing something else earlier. We'll leave him alone. Peace Enforcer, what are you flying? A Gladius. Dude, Basher and the Gladius is a fun fight. We can't tap him, or we're running ballistics. Let's fire off his nose. Trying to get his attention. Alright, he's turning back. Trying to get his attention out. So here's the thing: if you don't want to fight somebody, don't just fly away from them. This is considered rude. Look, oh, he's just engaged someone. Open match. He's not he dove someone without duel. Okay, we definitely need to stagger. Yeah, so I don't care. This guy's not good. We'll just go really quick here. Configuration, gunnery, staggered. You turn on me. Here we go. Yep. There we go. So why you need a staggered is to create the enough bullets in space to where you can have passover hits. And passover hits where you're not totally on the pit, but you're passing over it, right? Typically, it's a downside of cannons, but you can overcome that with the 10 series because of the effective 500 RPM. And there's the splash. Yeah, Basher and the Gladius is a fun fight. Fusili Iro Mike. Well, see, here's what I want. I want missiles to do way more damage, be less spammy, and have a skilled way to evade them. Basically, I want nuclear option missiles. Also, it'd be really cool if, like, say, an IR missile, make them weak or whatever, make them very bright. Don't give you a warning. IR is a passive missile. It's tracking your stuff. It's not sending out something onto you that your system can detect. Now I know IRL, we have missile launch detectors that can pick up an IR missile launch, but you couldn't back in the day. You had to look, have your head on swivel and be like, oh, smoke in the air, drop flares. Another huge lag spike by that guy. I didn't mean to hit him there. He's diving as well. Okay. I'm trying to have duels with these people, and they just go and shoot somebody else and give me a free slot fight here. So this is why the super is so rough in PvP, right here, because you can so easily get over it. Now he also does not know he's doing flying coupled. This is also why coupled is a killer. It's making him very flat. He's going fast, but it doesn't matter because we can just stay with him in our decoupled state. And that's the splash. ET's a great pilot. But see, look, we're already almost bingo ammo, right? We're down to half ammo on everything, and we fought 2 people. Nuclear option is so fun. I really do need to do it more. He flared, but I don't think he meant to. Here, I'll give him those on. Here. Come on. He did flare back, but I think maybe he was fucking around with his buttons or something. Because he didn't turn on me at all. There's TT. And especially because rearming takes a lot longer in PU. And unless you have dedicated on-site. This guy was this guy was diving earlier. Hello? Oh, he's not shooting at me. Yeah, this is a nasty lobby. Oh man, dude. Just turn on my fan. But yeah, so anyways, after tomorrow, I'm gonna have a lot more free time. I might even revise my stream schedule to be earlier in the day or something. We'll see. But ooh, Little Sister's in a Basher as well. What is her weaponry? That was like NDB Basher? No, that's attrition Basher. No, I'm seeing both. I'm seeing purple and red. What is purple and red? Really? What a bizarre mixed pip loadout. I'm excited for time off. I'm also excited to start my weight loss journey. We're starting today with, instead of soda, we're doing sparkling water. And honestly, it's fine. It was the carbonation and how it scratched my throat that I liked the most. And yeah, so I'm gonna be cooking all of my meals. I'm not gonna do any more takeout or delivery. Gonna be going to the gym a lot more. I already go 3 times a week, but if you go to the gym and you eat like crap, you're still gonna be fat, you know? But yeah, it's gonna be good. And then when I do return to working, it's not gonna be the same as before. I'm gonna be running my own company and working for consulting. And my current company is gonna become one of my first clients. But yeah. Intentional crash. I was rearming my ammo. All QQ is probably going to torp spam, Jerrycan says? Okay. Citizen chat IT, right? This guy, I think, has a half ballistic, half laser Hornet. Alright, he flared. Yeah, so those are Revenants, I think, or 84Bs with NDBs. Now, you have to be really careful at ballistics when you're flying a basher. Ballistics hurt. So he's coming in fast. So we're going to do this, return, push, and swap direction. Swap direction. Build some distance up here. I did not set my staggered fire, so that's going to be a problem for us here. Oh well, lobby reset. What's good right now? Same or anything changed? It's just it's the same, but I honestly think it was also the fact that I was trying to force lasers. Yeah. No, my goal is, well, first of all, by October 31st for the stream when we were doing the dress up with the flight suit cosplay, I want to fit into the flight suit better. The largest flight suit I could find was a 3XL, and I don't fit into it that well. Like, it like pushes me up here, right? So that's goal one for like short term. Long term though, I want to lose 100 pounds. I want to lose 100 pounds. I don't know how long that's going to take me, but hopefully if I can build some genuine changes. Ooh, okay. You know, we can get there, right? Oh, it's an Aurora Mark 1. Is it a special edition? No, that's an OG Aurora, I think. Yep, Mark 1 MR. That thing's a relic. That's a collector's edition. Man. Why are you flying that thing, buddy? I mean, look, fly what you want. It's free fly. But, I wonder if he's like an OG backer coming back to check something out, and if that's the case, I'm sorry. Hey, here's the guy we were fighting. Now this will be a harder fight in ammo. I mean, listen, I've been going to the gym for years and it's never helped me out because... Okay, so this is gonna suck. This is going to really suck in the Basher and ammo because you can't do the circle strafe for very long. Stay on his wing. I love how my simulation screen is like right over my crosshair. Come around the right. Get around his nose. Dive back down to the map and we blow up. We die together. I was doing decent there. This map's skybox is too low. I feel like we were winning that fight though. I mean, all it would have taken is one bad pass for him to kill me. Like, this is kind of why I like flying the Basher, is because at the very least, win or lose, the fight isn't long. Because you know, somebody's gonna go boom. Let me try to get in front of his nose here. Oh, I did not mean to hit you, my boy. Brother? Why are you shooting the ORMR? Deadly, you're better than that. Deadly, you're better than that. Oh my god. Meteor dropped on us. And that's a laser meteor, I think? There's the kill. Oh man, I really need to fix my curves, my head tracking. Okay, here we go. You know, he weighs way better than me. But I have a single shield that I need to try and maximize. Can I get out of that? That Deadly's really a good pilot. Bang, bang, bang. That was a good mag. Is someone else engaging me? Whoa, lag spike again. Holy shit. Guys, is the stream lagging at all? I'm getting a lot of those with people I don't usually lag with to me. Alright, shield down. We're going to come up. Oh man, dude, these clouds suck. These clouds suck. Alright, let's turn back down. Let's try and find the ground here. That way. Where'd he go? Dude, these clouds are awful. No target, no target, no target. There. There he is. And he's got fucking slot on me. That's not good. Wait. Okay, we need boost back. And there's a bogey splashed. Is that a Pibble? Or is that a... No, that's a really ruined Hornet. Oh. Jesus. I was in love with this map is ass. Yeah, it really is bad. Yeah, no, the laser meteor is look, I won't say it will never be good, it's just it's not the play. The laser meteor is worse than the M80 in every way. Whereas the ballistic meteor is genuinely one of the best ships in the game. Man, I'm kind of surprised I haven't crashed yet. I was like, all right, I'll low fly until I crash to reset my ship. You are damaged. But oh, there it is. Huh? We're like fine. Anyways, lawn dart. I don't know. Guys, so like, I like armor, the concept. I do think large ships need armor. I just think that, like, at the very least for the fighter game, like, it's weird how many ships have armor and stuff and how much longer. I just don't like how they've done it, I think. I feel like the alpha damage gating is just a flawed system. And maybe Maelstrom and its changes will fix it. But man. Oh, what? I don't think we crashed. Did he desync into me, or did... Did he desync into me, or was that like my fucking harpoons? You, sir, do not just get to dive, TT Super Freak. Dude, the Gladius is a fun fight, and Little Sister's a good pilot. Let me shoot off her nose. Try to give her a warning. Oh man. Yep. See if I can't extend a bit here. God, the nose feels so wrong in Atmo. Oh man, pull the nose to the left, damn you. Yep. It was just a bad, slow initial pass. How, what was I trying about FAC? Have tried a few, all suck? Well, the FAC is an incredibly hard ship to fly. Yeah, yeah, he's like one of 5 genuine heavy aces. Yeah, I agree, Sea-Dog. Yeah, no, dude. The full heavy G's, the nose gets pulled with your straight, so it's really hard to be evasive. But Gladius is still a really fun fight with the Basher. They're very close in stats. And like I said, one way or the other, win or lose, you're not gonna have a long fight. One of the best things about the Basher. I guess Lost One was still diving into their duel. So, oh yeah, back to the FAC, okay? So, you know, you could get my advice, or we have TT in the lobby, and he's like one of the best F8 pilots in the world. Let's see if he answers. I know what I would say. But first off, one thing you have to remember is the F8 is probably the hardest ship to fly in the entire game, right? You need to be a light fighter ace or just have a bunch of innate skill like fucking Hazard Shield has. And you have to really understand what the light fighter is trying to do, so you can use its own energy against it. It's sort of like being a Matador, right? You're not gonna outrun or outturn or do anything really to the bull. You need to get the bull to miss you, and to overrun, and that requires a very tight control. Holy shit! It requires really knowing when and how you use your boost, because if you try and win the fight under your ship's own power, you don't have enough. You don't have the G's, you don't have the speed, you don't have the turn rate. You need to get him playing your game. Now, the size 1 through 3 nerfs have really hurt all those the fighters that use those guns, but disproportionately the F8, because the F8 was already a struggling ship for the average pilot, right? Right now, honestly, you kind of need to make a choice, and that choice is, are you going to try to still be a take-all-comer ship like you used to be able to do? Or are you going to try to specialize, right? If you try to take all comers, you're just gonna be probably in one of the worst ships for it. Where you can still be okay, believe it or not, is by focusing on anti-light fighter. And I know it's not really what you want to do in a heavy fighter, but you're very limited by the size 3 guns, and so you can take 6 ballistic repeaters, and yes, the ballistic repeaters, the shredders, the sawbucks, they did just get nerfed. But into an arrow, a gladius, a basher, a wolf, that is still terrifying. What Super Freak there said was he was trying to take all comers build, which he could probably pull off because he's Super Freak, which is NDBs and M cannons. So those are close velocity. So probably NDB 3s and M cannon 2s, because those will be closer in velocity because of the size differential. But the problem with that is, like he mentioned, anything that will play for shield recharge will kind of just whittle you down. You don't have any ability to chase or to force the fight, right? Because of your speeds. No, exactly. No, Kaijing, exactly. The sawbucks cannot damage a heavy fighter. If you take that build, you are anti-light and medium fighter only. You have to give up the idea of fighting another heavy fighter. And that's why it's one of the hardest possible ships to use in the game. Because you need to be very, very good at using a light fighter's energy against it, and then play that way. A saber, interesting. I wonder if the saber is actually a counter for Basher, because it's tougher, has more firepower, and still rates really good. I'd like to fight a saber. Let me fire off his nose, see if I can get his attention. As he turns away from me. Forcing me to use boost to close. Well, he crashed. But honestly, my recommendation didn't come from me per se. Actually, that came from a talk I had with Alkaline Hawk, who is another heavy fighter ace, and saying, yeah, basically, like, yeah, you could M cannon and you could try to punch as high as possible, but then you need to just give up any hope of ever killing, a lighter fighter. Or you can go the sawbucks and shredders loadout and give up any hope of killing a heavy fighter or larger. That's kind of your option. Yeah, I think I'm gonna find a different lobby. This one's dying, and this map is poo. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look, because I wasn't that hot on them, but let's see. Quick detour, chat. we're gonna look up stats. We're gonna do Stat Citizen here, my favorite. Update. So, and then it should reload it in a second here. There it is. Okay, we're on 410. We're gonna go to items, weapons, hardpoint weapons. So let's remember that they are was only the size 3 mantises that got buffed. So let's go sort by alpha and okay. So they're at 32. Meanwhile, the NDBs are at 85.5 per shot. So this is kind of my core issue with them. Yeah, they've got great burst and even great sustained DPS. It's getting that DPS to apply. Because at 32, they're going to be rejected by heavy fighters. So let's go to a home. Let's just bring up the F8 we were just talking about, right? Yeah, 54 physical reject. That's before any shield shield debuff of about 40%, right? So it's not that these are useless, but we gotta rip armor off before they do anything. And that's why, like, basically they're kind of at the same point as the shredders are now. Let's go back to 4.9. Let's see, so those are going to be right here. Yeah, 45. Sure, it's got better sustained and burst DPS, but like, is that same deal where they can't damage the heavy fighters, so they aren't taken, right? So they've got better pen. They do have better pen than the shredders do. So if you can get something else to rip off the armor, so it's not hopeless for them, but this is why the alpha damage system really sucks, especially in the fighter category. Like, why the hell is a Gatling gun mounted on a fighter not able to damage another fighter, right? Oh, well, it's a heavy fighter. Yeah, but if you get a fucking Mustang behind a lightning and the Mustang's lighting it up, it's gonna damage it even though the lightning's a heavy fighter. It's really hard to justify weapons that can't pen into the heavies, because the heavy fighters are so common with the bobs. I heard A1 saying he thinks all heavies should be at least partially in Splatoon. Absolutely. No, absolutely. And I've been preaching that for the same, basically because I heard it from him. Like, look, I have a huge amount of respect for Avenger 1. I know a lot of people didn't like how controversial he got and how salty he got with the game. To everyone's is their own, but like, he was one of the first big flight instructors. He is watching his videos are what got me in the PvP in the game, right? So, you know, I have a lot of respect for him, and yeah, I think he's totally right. The M80 proves that the heavy fighter concept can be good. They just can't be worse in every stat than the lights. They need to have a lever they can pull. So if we go to the compare here, right? I want to show you guys this. I'm sure you've seen it before if you watched me, right? I'm gonna pull up the Hurricane. Now the Hurricane's a great heavy fighter, don't get me wrong. But I want to show you this as an example, and we're gonna compare it to the Gladius. Okay. We're gonna go over here to metrics, right? So these ships are actually pretty similar in size. Okay, they're actually very similar in size. But now in this scenario, I just want you to imagine the Hurricane doesn't have its gunner, because the and I know that ruins the ship. That's kind of my point. If we look at the summary chart for how they fly, the Hurricane flies exactly the same as a Gladius. Literally exactly the same, just 50% worse. It's the same shape graph for this side. This side, within these dotted lines, this is how they fly, right? And this is the problem that CIG has done. So like on the Hurricane, this is okay. because you have the gunner, and the gunner is powerful. Let's then go to the Vanguard. It's the same shape, but now it's like 55%, 50, like 60% worse. Once again, this is the same exact thruster profile, just way worse. And now you have a terrible turret. Oh, but you have a size 5 and, you know, 2 size and 4 size 2s. This is why the Harbinger sucks. In the old flight model, you could leverage a lot of more speeds, and you could basically do what the M80 can do now if you were good at your energy control. This is why the ship used to be really good and now it's trash, right? So now let's bring in the M80. One of the heavy fighters that's doing really, really well. It has a lever to pull. You think, oh, that's not much. That's not much. That's a lot. That's a lot, right? If you give heavies a lever they can pull on, whether it's an overpowered turret, whether it's speed, whether it's, in the case of the Guardian MX, downstrafe, you give them a place where they can have a little bit of authority over the fight, they have a way to win the fight. The Vanguard don't. Oh, the M80, does that make me a bub? No. I love the M80 too. Mantis plus M7. M7. For what? What shit? It is, yeah. The MX also, just once again, it has the ability to create deflection, because downstrafe is how you extend the circle, right? So, really quick here, guys. Graph paper. I think it might still have my cached image. Yeah, it do. All right, so, is there like an eraser? So, anyways, this is like kind of roughly. Let's turn off the music here for just a second. Here we go. This is roughly the binary circle where you are orbiting, you're going down, pushing forward, and turning up. And then the going down is energy that was created by your forward strafe when you were up here, right? So when you were here, and you're going forward, that as you roll around the circle becomes that downward energy. Yada 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 yada, because we're flying decoupled, right? So if you upstrafe, if you go against your downward energy, you get rid of this. Let me figure out how to fucking erase things on here. And it's fine. It's fine. But so yeah, if you upstrafe, you counter this downward energy, and you only have forward energy, and so you get closer. The opposite happens if you do a downstrafe. If you do a downstrafe, you increase that downward energy, and the circle gets longer. It gets bigger. You gain distance. The MX being one, having great gimbals, and two, being able to create distance using a downstrafe and a side strafe using bicording, gives it actually good authority to contest against a fighter. Man, I don't know. I don't know what got him in a pickle then, because he's usually pretty good. And fighting the cutter, I use a VTOL to orbit, screaming for my life. Oh god. Oh, okay, yeah, M5s. Yeah. So M5s have 1184. The Mantises have, they're still all the way at the bottom, 1332. That's not a terrible gap. What did the NDBs have? It's not a bad gap, but there is a gap there. It kind of just sucks because the Gatlings kind of don't fit into any build nicely with that velocity. And I would absolutely be down to try it, but I know I'm going to load up PTU, and I don't actually don't even have it installed. We would install it, load it up, and there'd be nobody in free flight. All right, Mr. Kaijing, what are you trying to do? If you're trying to PvP, you need to either give up on damaging heavy fighters and larger, and focus on fighting the fighters, which is a high skill action, or you need to give up on fighting fighters, and you basically go deadbolts and then cannons, or NDB30s and 4As, yeah, whatever you have capacitor for. But just if you're doing lasers, understand that a fighter will almost never take damage to you. Now turn the music back on. There's a Yondix. Entry-level pilot in an Arrow. Hey, it's Telio! That's Uriah from YouTube. One of my, earliest, subs. Great guy. He joined, I want to say Helios as a big PvP org. And he's gotten really good. He's gotten really good. Locked on Fox 1 in a Saber. Oh, this is what I want to fight a Saber. See if I can get his attention here. Alright, he flared. Interesting. Is that distortions? He's got NDBs and distortions. Get some supplies back here. And there's the splash. Yeah, that is crazy, Puppy Wallet. Why are you doing that, Puppy? Why are you doing that? What the hell? Puppy, that's like arguably the weakest build you could do. So that will, okay, ooh, Deadaway, this is a good talk, right? We had very similar turn rates in the Saber versus the Basher, but this is the issue with the velocities right now. When you're in a small ship, you basically can't be hit in space in a circle strafe until around 400 meters. is the rule of halves made a lot more dramatic by the slower speeds than what we used to have. Which is the rule of halves is something that actually I wanted to cover with you in training, but basically right now the arrow is, that's one of the reasons why it's still so nasty and the wolf is so nasty while the Gladius is suffering, and is why even though theoretically the Basher has worse stats than the Gladius, it can still really compete, because you need to be able to hold close fighting to do that. And then yeah, he didn't have quite as good roll matching or other stuff, right? I wouldn't mind fighting Telio. I'm not sure he'd appreciate my my ballistic build. Yeah, so like once again, fighting that saber, we're already at half ammo. Silver Fox 1. Lots of aviation references. He's fighting Super. Marlboro on XT. It's not Speedwall. It's just basically you have to assume that they'll do some sort of passive evasion. That's an attrition, Gladius. This should be an interesting fight. I love Basher and the Gladius. God, he was pulling a weird angle there. And see, this is why that extra velocity of those adders are so appealing right now, because he's able to actually hit me. Now with ballistics, this stuff, this rule of halves matters less because you don't have quite the limited magazines before, so you can just spray. Okay, shields down. Get our shields back. Here we go. He's actually a really good Gladius pilot. There's a reversal, and we lost that roll. We're gonna pull it out. He's gonna win this one, guys. Oh, ooh, collision. Yeah. It's yeah. Yeah. Good fights. And that's why I was winning the attritions for so long, is because that velocity is nice. Well, I just don't know. I mean, even you see him, I was able to kind of abuse shield. Gapping Killjoy. Sobi is Griefernet in the chat. Can we get a confirmation on that? I remember Killjoy was a good pilot. Ooh, we forgot to do staggered fire. That's okay. We're just gonna have a harder hit, a lower hit percentage than I would like. Oh, did I even do my power? Guess we'll find out, right? Oh, he's M cannons. Ooh, okay, hold on. Terrible roll match here. Come on. And shield down. Yeah, dude, the M cannons are so annoying to fight because I get no sound when they hit me. I literally thought I was flying clean there. And get the shield back. Straight into this. Shields down, critical. Let's get them to come back again just because shields are insane. Shields down again. Terrible roll match. We used it to evade the shot, so that's okay. Here we go. Let's see if I can't catch him here. Do a bit of yo-yoing. There we go. We're out of bullets, chat. So we have lost. We are out of bullets, and that was a fresh basher. So without the staggered fire giving us a better hit percentage, yeah. Okay, ooh, let's talk about that, because weapons do inherit it, but not in the forward or backwards direction. There should be NDBs here. Yes, okay. So. Hard to see that right there. So, if I shoot, they go straight. If I side strafe, notice how they're still landing in my crosshair even though I'm going 220 more meters to the side. They are inheriting my sideways momentum, and you can see that when you come down into a orbit. So we're gonna go and orbit the station. And as we pull up, you can see the shots inheriting our speed and hitting under our crosshair with Kentucky windage. Now, why you don't really experience this in a fight is because of auto gimbling and fixed assist. When you have somebody targeted and you aim at their pip, your guns will pretty much automatically resolve this. So it's not really all that gameplay relevant. But what will never happen is the shots will never get faster for you going forward or slower for you going backwards. They only inherit it in the X and Y direction and not in the Z direction. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, Sky, that's not really true. Yeah. Interceptors don't benefit from low velocity weapons at all, actually. Because they, aside from just being able to get the fight itself, who are you? Oh, he's gonna kick my ass. He is one of the best Gladius pilots I know. Rudy's really good. Is there some distance like that? If he knows me, ah! God. That trader was definitely something he wanted. See, Gladius fights are so fun. Oh, he's pre-nosing again. He's gonna be on it. Yeah. No, that's definitely a skill I need to learn now, to pre-nose and splat. No, Rudy's amazing. Rudy's amazing. Nothing but huge respect for that. He's an incredible pilot. No hate at all. We win that fight knowing we would lose. I've never beaten Rudy. He makes me look like a complete amateur. Oh shit, power's not set. Alright, we're fighting areas with no power now. That's okay. We'll just manage our resources. Good fight, Ares. Let's do our power set now. Yeah, good fight, Ares. And this is why, one of the reasons why whenever like I do give advice or I train someone, I always try to make it clear that like, hey guys, I'm mid. Like when it comes to the spectrum of PvP players, I'm mid. When it comes to the spectrum of Star Citizen players, I'm like top 5, top 1%, right? But like Rudy right there shows just how much I still have to learn. And that's one of the reasons why, like, even in the bad meta and stuff, like PvP can be exciting for me because I can still get better. And like that's where I get most of my fun in the game, is trying to get better. I actually kind of want to fight Killjoy's M Cannon Gladdy with NDBs and see which one I prefer. Try to make it clear I want a genuine pass. Let's see. Will he give it to me? Or will he shoot? He's shooting, alright. Killjoy's got good aim, as we saw from the Basher here. And those M cannons don't need many hits. So all I need to do is get a shield advantage and then hold it. Like that. All right, we're down. Yeah, no, he's got very good aim with those. Okay, shields are coming back. We can push back in. Let's change directions here. Yeah, this is the best thing you can do against C cannons or M's, is this what I call yo-yoing, where you go up, down, and left and right in reverse. You don't want to hold a circle strafe against him because he'll be able to aim that. You'll still take shots, but then you want to push through, and before you're fully down, give yourself time to regen here on the long pass. Man, yeah, the NDBs just don't feel good right now. Give me my recharge back. Go into the rule of halves here, so just be careful about when you change directions, though. Shield's down. It's not good. Can I get his down as well, at least? Thank you, Radar. I appreciate you turning off. Yeah, I'm being forced to overcommit. Oh, ooh, come on. And there's a shield regen. It's so frustrating. The 10-year fight of lasers. And NDBs that basically no real velocity advantage over the cannons for how vastly different the damage is. Okay, we got his shields down. Shield's critical for me. He got shields back too, for some reason. This is why the laser fights are miserable, Deadwake. I am getting carpal tunnel from this fight, man. So you nerf all size 1 to 3 ballistics by 50% to encourage lasers, and this is the experience waiting for lasers. You're encouraged to constantly short mag, or else they get shields back, right? Like that. He's on the one cannon. Try to steady the head when aiming. Ready the ball. Yeah, so I used to have dead zones, and on Linux I can't get the dead zones to work. So any movement, like we have maximum smoothing to try and stop it, but any movement is affecting me, and it's really difficult. But Rudy, are you? Can I guess that you're Rudy and AC as well? We were glazing you earlier, man. You're really good. You're top tier, man. Nothing but respect. But yeah, it's because we can't get the dead zones to work. Yep, dude, you're awesome. Everyone, give him a some respect. This dude's incredible. I've literally never beaten him. He's really fun to fight. He flies the Gladius so well. Watching him and fighting him is so fun compared to what we just did with Captain Killjoy, right? But yeah, it's an issue I'm having. So here we're on Linux because we're trying to get away from Windows. And also my Windows was basically breaking, and I need a new OS anyways. Like, I could have wiped and put Windows on there again. I want to try caching. I do get way more FPS, but like if we look in here, I actually have the dead zone kind of working on here. This is more apparent if I'm in the seat. So let me spawn. So yeah, here we go. It's more apparent if I'm in the seat, like, and I think actually I can go here, model tracking. Detailed axes, yeah, so here, see? And so close. See, like, this is where I would normally want to be, so all these minor movements while I'm moving my stick and talking don't get put in the game. But I can't get Wine to read that. It's just reading the pure raw input from the head tracker. So like I used to have a pretty good head zone, and I can't get it working just yet. So I'll have more time later once I go on my sabbatical here to tweak it and stuff. But yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. I know you don't really care a whole heck of a lot, and it definitely is good advice, but like that's why we're on like the super smooth. We're just trying to limit the motion as much as possible. Hey, oh yeah, you're already here. Good sir, I don't have my power set. Hold on. All right, we'll keep the cooler this time. We fought long enough to overheat last time. All right. So who tapped me? Who tapped me? Who gave me this? Lord Doo-Doo tapped me. All right, Lord Doo-Doo. Those are adders. Adders are scary, but if I can keep him close. One major advantage the adders have with their low rate of fire is you almost never need to recharge their mag. I'm firing too far as well. Alright, let's push through. They'll get regen, and we get regen as well, or else we just really through. Alright, there we go. There we go, that was a good mag. Man, my boost is out. He's definitely ahead of us right now. Yep, good fight. Yeah. Yeah, it could have been that, but here's the thing, Penguin, they didn't actually lower any ranges. You still couldn't shoot out to that distance. It was always a kind of a noob trap. All right, everyone says that because of the quote, but I don't think that they're doing very much mindful adjustment right now. Yeah, so the rule of halves, Penguin, meant that your effective range was always at most 900 meters with Panthers or something, right? I'm tired of the NDBs. We had them on there to try and train ourselves, but I'm tired of this Grandpa. That's too damn bad. Let's get adders on. Where the hell are adders? This should be right there. We go. And before you say, "Oh no, range would go way farther," you get your pip at like 2.5k. Yes, you get pip, but you wouldn't hit anyone doing passive evasion. All they really did was make it so people would basically stop wasting their shots with too long a range, but then they lowered it. It's kind of still happening. Mass drivers. Do you want me to use mass drivers? Because mass drivers have a huge problem. Yeah, and nowadays that's even less, right? Nowadays it really is. You don't start shooting until 700, right? Because it's the rule of halves, right? So if you go to size 3 weapons, go to speed. At this speed, if you convert that into meters, right? So at 1480 meters, your shot will take 1 second to hit the target. Anybody doing a circle strafe, anybody doing a corkscrew, anything like that, attacking the wing, you will never hit them. They simply will not be, even with a perfectly aimed shot, they will not be there, right? So that's why you have to divide this number in half. That gives you 740 meters. Half a second, you start getting able to hit shots with volume of fire. That's when you should start shooting, but you don't want to hold down the trigger all the way. When you get down to a quarter of that, so you divide it half again, so that would be what, 370 meters. That's when you can just dump the mag and you should hit every shot. So it was generally to bring more weapons closer together. Yeah, it's just by bringing it under 1800, it becomes really hard to hit the small ships. All right, because they create so much deflection that it's really hard to punish, like the Wolf, the Arrow, and honestly even the Basher. JZ Dragon and a Merlin or an Archimedes. I think that's the Archimedes, looking at his wing side. You don't see those very often. His attention. No, it's a Merlin. He's got the bespoke nose gun. I don't think he has any interest in fighting. That's okay. Ooh, Hornet is actually a little scary with this current meta. They have the unnerfed ballistics, and whether that's the C7s or the Revenants, they're both pretty terrifying. Let's happen once. We're down the lasers again. A few more times to knock on the door. Alright, he's not interested. We gave it the college try. You have to respect when they don't want to fight. I think Blink's a decent pilot. Nice, Ekon. Sludges for the win. Yeah, no, man. I'd be happy to provide that perspective. All right, Ekon, you think you can do it? You think, I mean, you've got a full ballistic loadout, huh? So those are either tarantulas or sword cannons. And I think those are C's. I don't see a big stream of weapons, but rude. Rude to your shield regen. Yep, that's C's cannons. Oh my god, why? Dirty, dirty boy, Ekon. Dirty, dirty boy with those C cannons, good sir. Okay, we got shields down. Stop that regen. Stop that regen. Are those gimbals I see, good sir? Sir, getting your shields back? Naughty. It's okay, I do it too. It's okay. But you can't stay at range forever. I outrange you with these guns. If you get too close and you're not careful, I'll get right on you. Like this. Oh, good fight. Good fight. And I was totally joking about all the naughty stuff. I don't think the sea cannons need any love. they are so broken right now. Yeah, we swapped over because MDBs are just hard for me. I really need to, so this is me. I need to find a trainer to really focus on my knifing. I'm decent at it, but like when you run into somebody who's actually good at it, I still look like a child. Okay, the head bobbing is so annoying for that. I mean, rentals exist, but it's okay, dude. Fly whatever you want. I'm joking. I'm joking, man. Man, come on, get closer, man. Like afraid to get close. I hate the pip right now, man. Even with others, the pip feels bad. I tried the pre-nose, I did it too early. Okay, we got his down. Now, can I abuse shield regen like this. Oh, it's so dirty, dude. Oh my god, dude. The civilian shield is so fucking dirty. Okay, we got him back to nothing. I hate it. I have to take this off. This is pure dishonor, dude, this shield. That was like a 3-second shield regen. 2, 3, 4. What is that? It's so dirty. He's doing the demonstrate to get out of that. Black spikes may spawn an Idris or a Perseus or a Polaris, a big ship just entered the arena. You can always tell because it wrecks your entire frame rate. You got a cheeky regen during that moment of low FPS for me, so now I need to be careful here. All right, well, you got a shield down advantage, so let's try and play into this a bit. See if he'll stay closer to me. Man, dude, I really wish I would get sound feedback when he hits me. That would be really nice. I would know if I'm gonna get a recharge soon or not. But I think my sound is just knackered. Win this rate. Straight up like that. That was a good rate for us. Get some boost back. I mean, I'll do a flat trade right now. We're ahead on health. Flat trades help us. As long as we can keep our hit percentage higher. Yeah, literally several songs worth of I've played during this fight. There's the win. Dude, absolutely, Rudy. Absolutely. I would love to. I would absolutely love to. We also do have a Discord. Not saying you have to join my Discord or I can join yours or whatever, but I will absolutely send you. I am not afraid of getting my ass kicked. Tortuga has joined and spammed Idris. Ah, I see. If you pre-nose, you have to boost and carry your momentum into them. There's a knife fight on you? Dude, I would love to work with you. I'm about to basically be free. Like, I'm gonna not... I'm not gonna be working with you on a sabbatical. And then even after that, I'm going to be setting my own schedule. So anytime you want, I would love to get some time in with you because you are an incredible Gladius pilot. The Gladius is my favorite ship, and I'm really sad that it's kind of in the C tier right now. But yeah, that would be really awesome if we could get together. I did send you a friend request on in CIG, and like I said, we do have a Discord here. I can drop it in chat. The Cal Zone. You don't have to join my Discord if you don't want to. This is just a way for us to, one of many ways that we can get together. And let me see. There we go. Yeah. But no, I really appreciate that. That's an incredibly generous offer. Because, like, to practice knifing, you really need to be with somebody who agrees to be in the knife, right? I mean, you're good enough to force it. I'm not good enough to force it. And I gotta fix this issue with my head tracking, though, too. But, that will be, this weekend / next week project for me. Man, there is some weirdness going on over there. This is Linux. We're on CachyOS. And this is what's in Deadwake. This is why the Super Hornet really struggles. It doesn't have the G's to slip out from under this. And this is why the Hurricane is my favorite two-person fighter. Because the Hurricane would not struggle in the same way. And if you're gonna fly a Hornet, just fly a regular one so you can't get pancaked like this. There we go. The Ghost would do infinitely better there. The Ghost, the A, and the C all have it just enough strafes to buy core and get out of that. Easy, yeah. In between raised positions, or you will get out aimed regardless of hitting someone. Yeah, and like that's the other thing. Like, are you also a twin stick pilot, Rudy? Because like, I kind of just have to accept that I will just have mid aim because I'm not playing with a mouse. And I guess one of the reasons why I like the Gladius is because the Gladius seems to really encourage that positional gameplay. Weird. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. No, you've got it totally right, Deadwake. Like, the fact that everyone recommends the Super is kind of the only reason I have a serious issue with it. That and the Mark 1 Super was actually good, but like all of the other Hornets, they give you tools to actually put up a good fight. Like, you know, like Ekon did before. But the Super just doesn't quite have enough. It's both bigger and slower, which compound with each other to just make it. Like that extra shield did not matter. Oh, this is gonna be a hard fight. Lasers into the wolf is really hard. Oh, okay, he started that a little early. He didn't need to, bud. So he might be struggling. And this is where sometimes, you know, even though the Wolf is a far superior fighter right now to the Gladius with lasers, you know, it's not always the ship, it's the pilot. Oh, when we both downstrafe. I'm struggling with my hose house and no pedal. I need to get more seat time in my glide as well. Aries, I really think, I mean, the throttle I think is holding you back. Oh, you said it earlier. Yeah, you got a hose ass. Yeah. Well, you know, at the very least, I know that I've got some of the best sticks in the game, so it's always just me. Oh yeah, Rudy is giving us so much value by being here. Really appreciate you spending your time with us here, man. And once again, nothing but huge respect. So why I like pedals, Deadawake, is because it lets me have my right hand, my aiming hand, only focus on moving my nose, right? Without pedals, you need to have that be roll as well on your twist, or maybe even forward or back, right? And so it really just frees up with axes. And like on these sticks, I can actually lock it. You can put in an Allen key and you can twist and you can lock the whole stick, so it doesn't even rotate at all. And it's one less thing for my right hand to do for my aim. Oh yeah, Midman's great. They are a wild pilot. Well, hey, Deadawake. Like I said, dude, tomorrow is my last day at work, and then I'll be able to play at times at work with you. And I still want to go through and do the training with you. And just because I'm not a top tier pilot doesn't mean that I don't have value to share with stuff. And we can definitely cover some stuff, because I don't even think we've only ever fought when it was you in the Perseus. I don't think we've ever actually had just a one-on-one. Azzy's good. Azzy's really good. Do they want it? I think they want it. All right, Azzy, kill me. All right, let's get some resources back. Apply some damage through right here. This is gonna go quick here. He's definitely got me well behind in the damage race. I'm about to pop. Unless we can get a shield reset, is really the only hope we can get. And then we need a win, which I don't think we can do from here, but this does reset it. Get our supplies back. Yeah, no. He's doing a lot of micro movements and making that pip really, really evasive. No hate for it, just commenting what I'm seeing, right? That pip's doing that's really hard to track. Last day of work vacation, so sort of. Rydell, I'm going on sabbatical. And then when that's done, I'm starting my own business, and I'm going to be. My first client's going to be the business I currently work for. Yeah, no, it's an exciting time. Definitely a little scary, but also pretty exciting. Luckily, like, financially, I'm very well off. For bad reasons, it was all inheritance, but basically I could take like a 5-year sabbatical and still be okay financially. So instead doing just this 6 months of time off where I'm just focusing on losing weight and then going in with my own business, working with the company that already knows and appreciates my talents, I think it'll be interesting. You know, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but you know, I'll never know if I don't try. Yeah. No, it's okay, bud. Overrolled that like crazy. Alright, how long have we been going for? I don't think we've only been playing for 25 minutes, so I don't think that's true. OBS, come here. Yeah, 2 hours and 14 seems more correct. I do want to putz around the PU for a bit, so we're gonna hop over and go to that now. What is that sound? It's the game. Okay, that's really annoying. Guess we'll let it load and hope it gets better. Yeah, have a good one, Aries. Yeah, so I also roll on a Z. I just roll on my left-hand Z. And then my throttle is on my feet. The old Avenger 1 controls. Let's swap over to the stream beats. By the way, I know like the only other content creator in here is Dead Awake, but by the way, stream beats here by Harris Heller. They're an entire playlist. They've got different genres. I like the lo-fi one. They're a bunch of music that he made himself to use on stream, and then he made public for anyone to use on stream, and they'll never be copyrighted. That's a weird, annoying audio bug. If it doesn't fix it, I'll have to restart the game. And I think also while it loads here, I'm gonna really quick run and grab a drink, so we'll be right back. A second sparkling water. We're getting crazy tonight, gents. Crazy. Back up the green screen. Turn back on the camera. There we go. Memory shortage avoided. Okay, Star Citizen just decided to kill itself. Oh, that's the wrong thing. We need to do this. RSI. Oh yeah, absolutely. Here, once again, it's Stream Beats by Harris Heller is the artist And then this is the lo-fi playlist. I should be able to share this one. It's his playlist. Yeah, here. Hey man, enjoy the content. You got any tips for the buck? Yeah, we can talk interceptors. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So first of all, with them, you're going to want to focus ballistics. Not just because we're in a ballistic meta, because it's really important that you apply damage in your passes. God, okay, memory shortage avoided again. What's going on with this? Hold on. We have plenty of memory. Weird. Okay, so jousty, yes, but you don't want to joust. What you want to do is force the nose trade. So here's the thing. First of all, you have to know what ship you're flying and what you're fighting, right? The Buccaneer is very strong, just not in duels. There's basically no fight the Buccaneer really wants to take 1v1. You think, well, wait, I think you said it was strong. What do you mean? Well, it's fragile, but it's got good weaponry and it's got really good speed. And if you can avoid them applying damage to you and you can force nose trades, that's one thing. Or really what the Buck is good at is what's called bracketing. What bracketing is you guys will pick a target who is away from his support. Usually fighters, when they're in the group, will death ball. They'll stay close together so they can support each other. You find somebody who's on the farthest edge of that death ball, you'll dive him, engage, and then as soon as he starts out turning you, you run. Okay? And then he will go to pursue. Even his friends might come to pursue. Then your second interceptor comes in behind, shoots at him until they turn. He goes over your turn nose rate. Then the second one runs, and the first one comes back in. That's what bracketing is. So in 2vx's, the Bucks are really, really hard to deal with, and they can do a lot. Then you have something like the M80. And the M80 is actually scary enough to genuinely want to do the nose trade, because it has great shields, not really great armor, but great resist. And so you're still scared of ballistics, but usually now with the nerve, it's size 4 and up ballistics you should be scared of. 1 second. So what you do in the M80 in a 1v1, which you can't take in the M80, whether a fighter or with, yeah, let's say a fighter, let's say it's a Gladius, okay? You don't want to close fast. You think, oh, I have all the speed. You don't want to close fast. You want a closing rate of 200 meters per second. Because that will let you, when they get right to your pip range, to stop and do a boosted back strafe. Back strafe? I'm an interceptor. Why am I going back? Because you want to maximize the amount of time that fighter is closing on you. So he's flying into your guns. Okay? So as he's flying in, you want him to have to use boost. So once you're at your speed wall, you let go of your boost. He will have to boost to catch you. Okay? That's the only way that works, because otherwise you're 225 back, he's 225 forward. Okay? So in that whole time, you are trying your best and using those ballistics, and you don't care about your mag. We're not caring about mag. We were dumping rounds, and this is why I still am an advocate for the 85Bs or the Revenants or the 84Bs. Honestly, it's the 85Bs right now and the sea cannons. Why not go full deadbolts or something? Well, because you need a high volume of fire to get crossover hits, and that's where you just cross over a pip as you're firing and you'll get hits. And your goal is to basically whittle him down until he gets here and gets over your turn rate. Once you can't turn with him, that is when you complete the joust and you boost through. And then you boost all the way out to 1.5 or to 2 kilometers. Then you spin around and re-engage. So if you just boost through joust, go back, you're gonna be a lot less efficient, right? The only issue with that is this kind of like, honestly, the stealth buck is a real threat. but I feel like in the current meta, the Talon is a little bit better for that. But you can't underestimate the stealth buck. Yeah. Now, there is one scenario in the M80 in a 1v1 that you avoid at all costs. And that is fighting a Guardian MX. It just pure outstats you. It wants what you want, the nose trade, and it does it better. Yeah, for the Carrack, I'd personally run the Basher, but I'm just a Basher enjoyer. All right, let's see here. Oh. There we go.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
We got a Gladdy here. Okay, let's pull one of the Bashers.
Your vehicle has been.
I still want to get more PU combat with it. I haven't gotten a lot.
Goodbye.
What do we have on it in terms of components? Okay, so we have our great sword build. We got a decent set of comps on here too. Okay. We need missiles, size 1 missiles. Let's see if we can find any here before we go. Yep, I do. It's a rough. It came into a rough meta with the C788s. It just did. The splash damage and everything coming off of those, disabling it in one hit. But here's the thing. The Basher is the exact type of ship that I would have designed if I was given the free reins to make a ship at CIG, right? A light fighter, if it's going to be small wings, it shouldn't rate the best, right? Because small wings make it evasive at range. So if it's evasive at range, it can't also be the de facto best turning ship, a la Arrow. Fuck you. No, I like the Arrow too. It's just, it's been too good for too long. Where do we even have ship weapons at Everest? We might not. We might not. Shoot. But like I said, so if it's a small ship and footprint, I don't think it should turn better. I think if you have larger wings, that's when you should turn better. You can have better mouth thrusters and eventually better control surfaces. Man, this audio bug is frustrating. I'm gonna turn down the game, guys, for right now and just turn up the music while this audio bug's happening. Okay. Then I do think light fighters should peak out at damaging the Connie. I think the Connie and the Paladin should be like their peak. So they designed the ship exactly how I do. Also, I want ships to die faster. I want ships to have a quick time to kill. The Basher does a lot of damage to its intended target, which is other fighters, and it takes a lot of damage too because it has very little health, right? So when you're in a Basher, the time to kill feels decent. It genuinely feels better when there's a Basher involved in the fight. As we saw earlier, Gladius v Gladius, especially when you aren't Rudy level of skills, takes forever. It's such a long fight. It is a carpal tunnel inducing mess. I also I was going to say it, like visually I think it looks really good in terms of shape. I don't like what they've done to all of the bits and nuggets of it. I can't criticize its appearance there, but the raw shape of the ship I think is really good. Like if this was a ship from Anvil or something, right, or Aegis, I think it'd be one of the best looking fighters in the game. It wouldn't have all of the muck. Not that I don't like the scrap aesthetic, I just think they went too far. If you compare the Basher to the Shiv still looks homemade, but it looks like something you would sell. The Basher looks like a hot rod that you built in your garage, and it's a one of one. it doesn't look like a production fighter, right? There's too many things broken on it that are broken in the exact same way across all these different ships, right? But why do you have the crane on? Why do you have the crane on? It's purely aesthetics, because I love this profile, this triangular profile here from the back. Because my favorite planes, if anyone who's watched my stream knows this, my favorite jets are the F-16, which has a vertical stabilizer, and not really delta wings, but like pretty much flat delta wings, right? So F-16 is my main favorite. My second favorite is the Gripen. I think the Gripen looks so damn good. Once again, vertical stabilizer, delta wings. I am a slut for canards, so the M80 having canards. And then, like, I don't know, like, what I would like want from the Basher, or really from any Star Citizen ship, is a vert stabilizer. This is the only ship in the game, that has a vertical stabilizer in its fucking crane. I don't know if it's like in their design doc that like vertical stabilizers look too modern. They don't look sci-fi enough, so don't put them in. But god damn it, please give me a vert stabilizer ship. I'll fly it, even if it's bad. Get out of this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And there we go. Yep. By the way, Dead Awake, have you... Okay, guys, this is off topic here. So I am an old school Battlefield fan. In fact, on my Twitch, almost all of my subscribers and followers came to me playing BF4. BF4 is my favorite game ever. BF6 has pissed me off because I was a closed weapons enjoyer. They said they would support it, and then they removed it. I can still play it, but it's really annoying me when it's like an assault with a sniper rifle using like the respawn beacon and the ladder. It's not for me. But have you seen the newest trailer? Hold on, guys. This is way off topic. This is gonna get me back in Battlefield. Now I won't stream it because this is a Star Citizen channel. This is gonna get me back playing Battlefield though when it drops. So this is Wake Island, first of all. So classic OG Battlefield map. Carrier assault from BF4, and technically Battlefield 2142, not 2042, 2142 is back.
Good morning, aviators. You're here because you are the best. Your target is an enemy carrier, heavily defended by surplus aircraft and ground support. When the target is
This shit's gonna get me back in the game, man.
and neutralize the carrier. Success comes down to the man or woman.
They have the Tomcat and the F-18 back. Both are two-seater craft where you have a pilot and a weapons operator. This is gonna get me back in the Battlefield, even though they removed my closed weapons and my rush. Here, I pulled my chat away so I couldn't see it, but yeah.
We have the advantage. Ship priority now.
So, yeah, so that means that they took the middle objectives and now they're hitting the carrier and it's breached, so that they can breach the carrier. This game on a BF4 was my shit. Naval Assault was such a good DLC.
Rooster, you're cleared hot on the carrier. Copy. On our way.
Oh hell yeah.
Clear out while you can. This is our window. Take it.
Get the eyes on that target, Bob. Stand by, Rooster. Stand by. I got it. Bombs away.
This is one gripe I have. Bombs away, and they're firing AIM-9 Sidewinders. I think they just didn't have a JDAM model, and so they just hoped no one would look close. But the second I saw that, I'm like, hold on. That's not a bomb. There's the Tomcat. But yeah, so super off topic. Sorry, guys. Yeah, right? But instead they fire fucking Sidewinders down. Did I turn off the head track? There we go. All right. All right. I don't know what I want to do right now. We're in the Basher. We're in the. We have a PvP loadout. Oh, let's set up our stuff here. Configuration. Gunnery. Staggered. That. And then we actually got to get out and back into the ship for the staggered fire to work. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Huge respect to you for being in the military. My dad was in the military. He was a Green Beret, and then when he got out, he went back in with the National Guard. And he started his own company and stuff. My uncle was in the military. I went to military school, so I'm a faker. but yeah. Ugh. Hello, Ironclad, just sitting out here. Oh, you're buttoned up. No, you're not. I see a box. Oh, I wish I didn't have the crane on right now. Yeah, I think with the crane I can't do it. I guess I probably should have... I mean, this thing looks ruined. I mean, I can't even open the cargo bay from inside. This is some sort of cargo. But I can't tell what it is. And I can't pull out my gun because we're still in Armistice Zone. A Retaliator, really? Where are you at, Ekon? Let me get my music back. Are you at Aberdeen? No, you're at Daymar. It was probably just something contracted. If I was out of armistice, I probably would have though, because then if there was someone in there, I would have shot him. But yeah. Lamina? Okay. I really wish they didn't do the harpoons. Like, just give me a longer nose if you want to extend the nose. The harpoons just annoy me because they stick into everything in the ironclad, and you can't see them from the pilot seat. Yeah, like, as I was saying before, I think it would be okay for the Basher to kind of be like a tier 4 fighter if it was way cheaper to claim back instantly than like the Arrow, Gladius. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Gladius or, you know, Wolf, right? Especially like the M80, like the M80 being an origin ship. Imagine it had like a $5 million instant reclaim. Otherwise, you were waiting like 4 hours. Because that way they can still have LTI, but it's like, yo, dude, you're in Pyro. If you want us to direct ship you a top of the line luxury heavy fighter, you're gonna pay us. Like, if they give us a cosmetic kit that just extends the nose and hides those and lets me see where my nose is, yeah. Sure, yeah. Like this is like one of the things, right? Like in modern, you know, dogfighting, shooting down an enemy aircraft is a huge economic win for you, right? Like fighters only, countries only have a couple of hundred fighters, right? In Star Citizen, it really does feel like the fighter pilot loses nothing when he gets shot down. And like, sure, when they add in, you know, item recovery tier 2, tier 1 or tier 2, and we're losing our kits again, that's something. But like, these are expensive military grade fighter aircraft, top of the line, that are meant to go into battle. And like, I feel like the insurance company would be like, yo, okay, we'll get you one when we can, or you can pay us like half the value. Like, I really think if for an instant reclaim on a fighter ship or any combat ship or any pinnacle like industrial ship, it should be, you have to pay half the value up front. Like, take what it would cost to buy a second ship and have it be twice the, you know, half that cost to reclaim it quickly. And then you think, oh, well, why don't you just buy multiple ships? Okay, buy multiple ships. Spend millions on your combat fleet so you can have an advantage, and then all of a sudden your industrial team has value. Why can't I jump to Daymar? And so like, if I'm saying like, yeah, cool, I could fly my Arrow out, but I'm flying out my Basher because I don't want to, you know, wait, you know, several hours if I get shot down, then it'd be like, okay, that adds a whole nother value to this little crap craft, right? And if you can still skill that difference and you can shoot down an Arrow in a Basher, holy shit, you just scored a huge economic win. Yeah. And I think a capital ship should not have an instant claim, because I don't care how good your insurance is, nobody is building you a battleship and getting it to you instantly, right? Like, I want combat to be expensive and costly. I want it to be lethal, and I want it to matter your individual skill more than just the numbers you can continuously spam. Now, granted, I also think capital ships like should be almost impossible to like full kill and like blow up unless you board it and like set charges or set it to self-destruct or whatever. They should encourage boarding actions. Those be AI. And Ekon's in a battle with Akani Andromeda. All right, we're gonna dive. We're gonna come help him out. Hey guys, I wonder if this Connie, this multi-crew ship, is crewed. Oh my god, he does have a turret gunner. He does have a turret gunner. Oh my god. And I thought that felt weird. We're still uncoupled from when I put on the parking brake. He has 2 turret gunners. Oh my god, this was a 3-man Connie. His power plant is dead. That's why I'm not worried to sit here. Hello. I need to bind position mode again. Oh, did he actually get out in the fighter? He did! He should have been flying it though. I think he still had his landing gear down. So he was in the slow flying mode. Wow, so 3 or 4 people on Akani. Yep, get out of there, bud. This is why that ship needs a rework. So I usually have it on my left trigger. I just haven't bound it yet because I've been, like I said, this is a brand new install. All right, Ekon, I won't be able to keep up with you if you boost around. We'll form on your wing and we'll just fly air patrol here. Fly around, buddy. I'll just stay on your wing. We'll have cinematic gameplay. I think he's drifting to the side. Iron Chat over there? Is it actually crewed? Yeah, no, it's not owned by anyone. Hey, Sponge. Good to see you, bud. How have you been, my man? The Connie crew did make it down. The ship didn't fully explode. I really wish I could get just sub-targeting working, because precision mode takes away so much of your situational awareness. Get some sleep, bud. I appreciate you hanging out, though. I hope you had a good time watching the stream. See, like, this is one thing that, like, people say, like, man, why would you fly air cover for someone? It's gonna be so boring, you're not fighting. They must just not enjoy just flying. There's still players on that fucking Crash Connie. I wonder if they're trying to fucking bring it back. Watch for the railgun. I say let's not shoot them, Ekon. If they get it back up, we'll see it flying away. And otherwise, they might have a rescue crew coming that we can fight. God, head tracking is so nice, even without my dead zones. Alright, we're going to set ourselves up on a safe vector. I'm going to punch out my radar just a bit to give us a bit more situational awareness. I also do really like the radars, the 2D radars on screens, way more than the holographic radars, because they're just easier to read. Low on ammo, going to rearm? Yeah, that's sounds good. I'm still okay over here, though I might punch out if I went into a fight I can't take in this thing with these guns. I think highest I can punch is like that Connie with my M cannons here. I just really like how the Basher flies. Like I said, it's one of my, in my opinion, one of the CIU's best designed ships for not upsetting the meta and for just slotting in kind of nicely. It is where I want more light fighters to go. Somebody target me? A glaive? Ugh. Nah, I wouldn't do a glaive. Right now, all of the Von Duel ships are quite bad. Now they might get better, but they have, enemy, they have antagonist syndrome where all of their stuff got nerfed when they came out with TSGs. So right now all of the Von Duel ships are quite poor. They also don't have good cockpits. Second, I thought that the Ironclad was the new ship coming in. which is my speciality. Look, hey, if you want it for looks and for cool factor, get it, right? I mean, goddamn, I'm flying a Basher right now. If the ship brings sparks joy in your heart, get it. But it's not a very good dogfighter. I still think your plan of going Super Hornet into Meteor was a lot better. So it does look like those guys have finally left the ship. Well, yeah, that's because the Super Hornet is bad. Oh, absolutely, Penguin. And if you ever want training, like I always try to make it very clear that I am a mid-tier PvP pilot, but compared to the average Star Citizen player, I'm in like the top 1%, because this game has such a high learning curve, and just playing the game, doing PvE, really doesn't teach you anything about the advanced nature of flight. I'd be happy to give you a training course, man. On our Discord, we do offer training signups. I also do one trainings for my org, though I need to be more active in there, which I will be able to, because we have our hiatus coming up, our sabbatical. All right. It's funny how the Merlin landed right next to its mother. This is why, guys, landing gear slowdown can get you killed. He was trying to fly away, but had landing gear down because he hit N too many times. Hey, you know what? His corpse landed. His corpse landed. Ooh. The Basher's a bit spooky to it's a bit spooky to low fly. Ooh, that was almost bad. Ooh, that was almost bad. Because that nose is long and the crane is tall. I see Ekon's back. Like he claimed it? Yeah. I wonder if they'll come back. Shame I didn't get here earlier. I would love to fight him while he still had a power plant. No. Against this fleet, no. So first of all, those turret guns are size 3s, which would not have ever been able to damage Ekon, because they were Panthers. Ekon has 2 size 2 shield gens, and he's not going to let them get him down. Second off, both of our ships do have weaponry capable of immediately harming the Connie. Now I have the shields down, he doesn't, but then once with us firing together, he's going to very quickly strip the armor off that thing. Yeah, those turrets aren't going to be any threat to anyone. And as for me, I can just sit at a comfortable range and range kite those turrets, and Ekon can get in close and knock stuff off. Yeah, no, the Connie had no chance. If they had an ace pilot up their sleeve, somebody better than me, and they got into that Merlin right away, maybe they had a chance to kill me, but they would not have killed Ekon. The Merlin couldn't touch Ekon. And honestly, I'm pretty sure I can take a Merlin in this thing, in the Basher. It would have to be like an Avenger 1 level threat or a Virgil level threat. Or a Rudy level threat. Because the Merlin's very bad. Alright, I'm going to, yeah, well, why don't you check the other OLP? I want to go set respawn really quick. Because I am still set at Lorville. So I'm going to go really quick, hop over to Grim. How do you feel about that balance? I mean, the meta is fucked right now. There ain't no two ways about it. Sony was talking in the JJ lobby the other day about how he thinks the Arrow is now a better foundation ship to learn than the Gladi. I mean, that's just because the Gladi right now can't really compete, right? It's sort of, it's kind of, the Gladi's right now is kind of in the same category as the Saber. And unless you're playing with people who will cater to you, yeah, it's a little rough. But I don't know if I would say better. The Arrow will teach you different skills. I am biased because I am a Gladi enjoyer. My favorite ship in the game. The Arrow will teach you how to dodge better. But unless you're with the right training, it will also teach you to sort of mid-range. Right? I don't know, actually. It might be overall better for beginners than just the way they fly currently in the game. Which is sad. I do still think learning knife fighting versus Gladius v Gladius is still one of the most foundational and best things you can do for your role aim. But I mean, bro does have a point, because it used to be that the Arrow rated worse than the Gladius. And then they undid that. Now the Gladius is the smallest. Oh, he has a fight. A Meteor is scary for me. Of course he has a fight right as I go to fucking set my respawn. Okay. Ekon, if you can hear this, play distance, try to string him out. I'm coming back, but it'll be a minute. A Meteor is a very scary fight for a Basher, and we don't have a respawn set, but he needs help. All right. If you can take the meteor, I can take the Avenger. But I may have missed your other messages if there's more fighters. You've lost the meteor? Okay. Group of AI. I see the Avenger. Alright, let's dive the Avenger. Alright, EM's dropping, he's dead, Okay. That's Ekon in the M80 that I just targeted. Scan, let's look for this, look for that, oh, is that him? Nope, that's a abandoned ship. Trying to find that meteor. Have a good one, Aeondix. On the pad? Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, EM's dropped, he's dead. Yeah, so the OLPs have their own kind of like radar jammer, so you have to be like inside them to see stuff. I would have preferred if they fought, but hey, Star Lancer is theirs too. I can't scratch the Star Lancer if you want to start breaking into it. I mean, yeah, if he takes off. It looks like you're not scratching him through the shields. All right, kit 10-4. Let's see, I should be able to do M4As. Let's get down a shield face for Ekon here. Ekon, go for his rear, Ekon. Alright, I think we can now go to everything. Yeah, there we go. Crack that armor now. I think we... Oh, he jumped like a little rat. Where did he go? For some reason, my jump markers like just aren't working. Panda has shields back. He repaired. Engineering, what have you done to fully killing ships? All right, I'm gonna go rearm. There should be one close to me here. Weird, is letting this tweak damage without considering the trade-offs? Yeah. Well, see, the problem with that, Penguin, is you will always choose the alpha version because of how armor works, which is one of the flaws of the alpha damage armor system, right? Have a good one, Redo. Guess there's not much suspension on that landing gear. I mean, we were a little hot. We were a little bit hot. Well, Ekon, I'm all the way back at Lorville. We are over the 3-hour mark. So I think with that lovely landing, I wonder if no, he just likes to jump. I wouldn't have raised my landing gear. Maybe my landing gear wasn't down. I hit the button though, and it was like right as we were on entry. Oh well. it happens. I think because we're over at the 3-hour mark, and we did just get me full murdered. I think I am gonna call it there. I got on things for play, and I know we were kind of just bullying guys who weren't really fighting back, but I didn't mean to spend as much time in AC as I did. I wanted to get into PU a little quicker. Maybe next stream over the weekend we'll just do a full PU stream, and we'll try to get some of those PU fights in the Bastion that we wanted. I still haven't gotten many PU battles in the Bastion, and I think I actually do really like flying with your M80 because it kind of covers the downsides of the Basher and what it can engage or not. But I'm gonna go and also head off to bed myself. So thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me. I really appreciate you all. Once again, I may not be the best pilot in the verse, but I am learning and enjoying it. And even though the meta's cooked, I can have fun flying my ships and still feeling like I'm getting better. But anyways, I'll catch you guys all later.